Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the Webquest for classifying real numbers. So the first thing you need to know is that it's located in the integers folder, which is our integers and rational numbers folder, and that is our first unit for advanced math. You can see on my iPad I have a Monday, Tuesday folder, a Thursday, Friday folder, and a distance folder. That's what learning group you're in, and so you just have to follow along with which one is in there, and you'll click on that depending on which group you're in. Anyways, the first group to do this assignment is the distance learners, so I'm going to do it through them. And you see I have a Unit 1 folder. It's got a list of the IXLs for the chapter. Like, you're going to have to do those IXLs for me. Every lesson will go in the lesson folder. The pre-test is in tests and quizzes. Any test or quiz will go in that folder. And then the Webquest is in the activities folder. You'll also notice that it should be on the right-hand side for you. If it's not, you can find it in the activities folder. So let's click on it. There's an attachment here, and that's the Webquest. So you send this over to Notability, and I'll show you how to work it. Okay, I'm sending it over, create new note, make sure it goes in my pre-algebra folder, and then import. Okay, go into Notability. All right. Okay, so use the internet to answer the following questions about real numbers. Be sure to use full and complete sentences. Some websites that will be helpful in your search are these websites right here. So you can use any one of them. I'm going to show you which one that I like the best, but sometimes you have to, sometimes you might have to use more than one. I think this one is the best, the Math is Fun website. So I'm going to click on that by changing to the T tool, and I'll click on that, and then maybe I'll touch it. Yep, and I'm going to open that in Safari. Okay, so this is what I want you to take notes about. So you have to read through this and try to figure out what I'm trying to get you to write down. When you're doing this, the set of numbers in between natural and integers are whole. So you see there's no whole numbers here, like there's no whole number in between there. So you have to go to a different website to find that. Well, anyways, the first thing you have to write down is natural numbers. So natural numbers are the whole numbers from 1 upwards. And basically they're numbers that you can count on your fingers, like 1, 2, 3, and so on. So the first thing you have to copy over is the definition, and copy and paste is fine. So I'm going to paste that over. I'm going to paste it over, there we go. And there's my definition. And I'm going to put that into the right spot. Okay. And there it is. Now you have to do what's called set notation, and this is where people start to get confused. So I'm going to go back to that website and show you what set notation is. You see where it says the set is in those little brackets, 1, 2, 3, ... That's what I mean about set notation. It's like, what does the list of numbers look like? So I'm going to go back to my Notability, switch to the pen, zoom in, and set notation is like this. 1, 2, 3, ... All right, and that's the notation. What this means is that natural numbers are numbers like the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, and the ... means the pattern continues. So it's all numbers that are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Now the last thing we need is the abbreviation, and each set of numbers is abbreviated with a letter. So going back to our website, you see the symbol on the left-hand side. Well, natural numbers, the letter or the abbreviation is N. Integers, it's Z. And then again, you have to go back and find the whole numbers, and rationals Q, and then imaginary is I, complex is C, and then you go through and you have to find that. Well, the abbreviation for natural numbers is just the letter N. And that's what I want you to do. So I just did natural numbers for you. So now you go through and you find the one for whole numbers. You go through and find the difference between the two. Again, you might have to use more than one web page. What are integers? give an example of an integer that is not whole or natural, you might be able to understand it and answer that for yourself. Or you might have to you might actually find it on one of the web pages. Rational numbers, I want you to write what you think a rational number is, an example of a rational number that isn't an integer, whole or natural. Irrational numbers, and then give an example. All of those things will be on those web pages. The last thing is, this is going to be a big part of class, is like making one of these Venn diagrams. And this Venn diagram actually comes from one very specific website. If you click on, I believe it's this James Brennan one, if you open this one up, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of it, you'll see the exact Venn diagram. And like you basically just have to copy that over. So you can take a screenshot of it and paste it over, or you can write every little thing down. But this is this Venn diagram is what I'm going to use to try to teach this concept to you. So having a copy of it already gives you an advantage for knowing it. All right. Hopefully you understand this video. If not, on Wednesdays, I'm available to answer any questions that you guys have. So if you're really confused by this, ask me on Wednesday and I'll gladly help you and point you in the right direction, all right? So other than that, can't wait to talk to you guys and hopefully see you in person. All right, bye.